What's up, everyone? Welcome to this day in Philly sports history for August 3rd, 2023. I'm your host, Jim Montgomery. What a crappy game yesterday. They blew a 5-0 lead, 7-5 lead, 8-7 lead, lost 9-8. Turner just was not good. Kimbrel, just not good. And it happens. It's easy to get too low or too high. Need to stay consistent. Big picture, they're still in the wild card race, but it's disappointing when you're up 5-0 and you can't hang on. I'm anxious to see how they bounce back today after having some of that momentum from the other night. Hopefully they can take care of business and take 3 out of 4 this afternoon. The schedule is somewhat favorable coming up down the stretch, which is good, but you're going to have to play these teams anyway, so you want to do well against the teams that are going to be playoff teams. So, again, easy to get really, really low after that, but looking at the big picture, trying to stay positive. I know we talked a lot last year about New Philly. Let's keep it in perspective. If they can win today and take 3 out of 4, that's almost the best you could have asked for other than a sweep. So, if you'd have said to me they have a chance to take the third out of 4 today, I would have taken it. So let's see how this goes. No need to panic yet. I'll let you know when it's time to panic. Not quite there yet, though. If you do want more Phillies coverage, and there were some good takes about the weekend series last week in Pittsburgh, check out our friends at 2008 Phils. They have the world's biggest email Phillies newsletter. For a limited time, they've extended it for us, but they're offering 75% off for this day in Philly sports history listeners. Click the link in the description for your link. We did give out 3 free subscriptions yesterday, so congratulations to those folks. I'll be getting that sent out today. But with the subscription, you get access to everything they have, the archives, any new posts, everything basically behind the paywall. Great discussions on there. You get that 2008 Phillies championship shirt. 2008 Phils will follow your Twitter account, which is good if you're trying to increase your following or grow your brand. Access to autographs and giveaways, tickets, memorabilia, that type of thing. And it's all for $2 a month or $20 for the year. Again, I keep saying it, but I stand by it. It's definitely worth it. So check them out. 75% off in the description below wherever you're listening to this. Okay, a couple Eagles news. The big thing was apparently Hassan Reddick is not necessarily 100% happy with his contract. I mean, I don't blame him. He definitely has outperformed it. However, he's only the 1 year into a 3-year deal. So hopefully it doesn't turn into a distraction. I don't necessarily see him as that kind of guy. He's one of those guys that I think is going to go out and just say, all right, let me show you on the field what I can do. I almost feel like he's been sort of underrated his entire career. So we'll see what it's worth monitoring. I will say, especially with some of the young guys coming in. So I don't foresee it being an issue. But again, with things like that, you never know. So we'll keep an eye on it, but I'm not necessarily super concerned. The other big news was Quez Watkins saying he's an elite receiver. All right. I mean, great. If you're an elite receiver, then we have one of the best. We already do, but we'll have the best receiving core in the league. So let's go out there and show them you're elite, Quez. But I mean, I'm at this point. It's the preseason kicks off tonight. The Raiders play, I believe, the Browns in the Hall of Fame game, or maybe it's the Jets, Browns. I don't know who play. Either way, there's football tonight. Looking forward to that. Let's get it on. All right, Sixers news. Montrezl Harrell tore his ACL and his medial meniscus yesterday, so he's out for the season, and it looks like that signing and matching the Jazz contract offer to B-Ball Paul actually might work out in the Sixers' favor. I guess that's taken a positive out of a negative. It's been a very negative offseason for the Sixers, but all right, it is what it is. I mean, everybody was questioning. I still think it's something to question why they signed three big guys like that. But now that Montrez is out, wish him a speedy recovery. But B-ball Paul, that signing looks a little bit better now. But again, wish Harrell a speedy recovery. The Union are in action tonight against DC United in the League Cup's knockout round. If they win, they will play the winner of the New York Red Bulls, New York City Football Club. If you want to watch that, I believe it's on Apple TV. And this round, I thought I saw this might be on FS1. But wish the Union good luck tonight in the League's Cup against DC United. All right, today we're going to stick with a soccer theme. And going back to 2003, and on this day, August 3rd, 2003, Manchester United beat FC Barcelona 3-1 at Lincoln Financial Field in the first ever event held at the new stadium. The exhibition took place in front of 68,396. The capacity has since been bumped up. If you remember, couple of the sections were open. They added some standing room seats and as well as some bleacher seats in there. But I was one of the 68,000 in attendance that day. At the time, I was living in Westchester, working at Kildare's, and we took a bus trip down with the owner, Dave McGrogan. Great time. Just fun to see. I had to go up and see where our seats were at the link. Ronaldinho was playing for Barcelona. Tim Howard was on Manchester United and got the start that night. Everything went well with the opening of the stadium. No quirks, no hiccups, no nothing. Not like Citizens Bank Park with the bullpen phones and things like that. Unfortunately, the Eagles didn't get the memo, and it wouldn't be until October 5th until they won their first regular season game there. But on this day, it was the opening of the link, FC Barcelona versus Manchester United at Lincoln Financial Field, 68,000 strong. And it's hard to believe that stadium now is 20 years old. So you want to feel old? Think about that. All right, for August, we're doing 31 questions about the Eagles in 31 days. We've talked about the schedule, and yesterday was head coach Nick Sirianni. Today, Brian Johnson, offensive coordinator, new to the role this year. No NFL coordinator experience. He was the quarterback's coach under Sirianni since he came in. Last year, the offense was great, but Shane Steichen went to Indianapolis to be the head coach there. They were second in yards, points, touchdowns, third in points per games last year. And the big question for Brian Johnson is, can he keep it up? Now, he is familiar with Sirianni and what's been happening, the culture, everything that's going on here. So that is a plus. He's also partly responsible for getting Jalen Hurts to where he is as the quarterback coach, helping him taking that step last year. What I think a lot of people forget is he's actually known Jalen Hurts since he was in preschool. He played under his dad, I guess, in high school. And they just have that relationship. They go way back, the comfortability level. And to be completely honest, yes, this is a question because anytime there's a new coordinator, calling plays and everything like that, you're going to have some questions. But I don't necessarily see the offense missing a beat for a couple reasons. One, Brian Johnson was already in this offense, so he's familiar with what Sirianni was trying to grow and what Sirianni's trying to do. Two, he's been partly responsible for the maturation of Jalen Hurts. He's helped cultivate him as the starting quarterback, worked with him, getting into where he is. Jalen Hurts has given him a lot of credit. So I think in that regard, you're going to be all right. And kind of a 2B on that is Jalen Hurts himself. I really see him taking a big step forward this year. He has the right mindset. He's done it everywhere he's been. So I think that's going to help ease the transition to Brian Johnson. And again, I don't see the offense missing a beat. I mean, I think you got all of those guys on the entire offense minus the running back. It's going to be the same. And I think that's an upgrade, to be honest, with DeAndre Swift as the third running back there. So I think you have an upgrade there. So I don't see them missing a beat at all. I think with receiver, and we'll get more into that later in the month, I think they're going to be all right. So I see this as a smooth transition for Brian Johnson. Not really going to miss a beat, not really a question. So I'm looking very much forward to this offense. It's going to be a fun year. And again, the Eagles are going to be one of the elite teams. So I think a lot of the questions that we've had about the schedule and Sirianni and now Brian Johnson, I think we're going to be okay. Tomorrow, we'll talk more about the defense where we may have some questions, but I think offensively, they're going to be fine. On this day, back in 2003, FC Barcelona and Manchester United opened up Lincoln Financial Field with a little football. See what I did there? Union in action tonight. Sixers are a mess. Phil's looking to take 3 out of 4. You want to get some Phillies gear, Union gear, Eagles gear, Sixers gear, Flyers gear, whatever gear you want. Check out our friends at phillygoat.com. They have a wide selection of everything you need. Back to school is coming up. It's going to get chilly. It hasn't been that humid, so the weather's been nice the past few days. Get some hoodies if you want. Check them out. Use the promo code Jim Montgomery for 10% off of your order. You won't be disappointed. This has been This Day in Philly Sports History. I'm Jim Montgomery. Go have yourselves a Thursday, and until next time, I'll see you when I see you.